Hello, Internet. Something I've yet to talk about on my channel is my love for D&D. I'm a young boy, so I've only played 5th edition, but I love playing D&D. The worlds, characters, and stories made with friends are well worth the time of learning to play the game. But none of my friends are able to play right now. But I still want to play D&D, so what am I supposed to do? I guess I'll just play some video games. Whoa. Let's begin with Dragon Strike. That sounds kinda cool. So, boot up the game, and first thing we see after pressing start is select your dragon. Okay, but what do all of these bars mean? I guess I'll pick Silver. I mean, he at least sort of has eyes. Select difficulty. That's nice. NES games don't normally have difficulty options. At least I don't think they do. I'll pick normal, and defeateth the small fleet of warships and the horrible kraken that are closing upon our shores. May the wind always be at your back. Warships, kraken, kill them. Got it. Okay, I'm moving around, getting used to the controls. What? That killed me? I'm a dragon, why can't I fly over that tiny little elevation? I'm unsure what the dragons do. I mean, you can kill them, and they drop power-ups, but like, dang it! I guess I'll pick different dragon. Still don't know the difference, but I'll pick the gold dragon. That H bar must stand for health, right? I guess not, because he starts with equal health than the silver dragon. They didn't even give him a smaller health bar, they just had him start off hurt. But hey, at least his attack is way better. Where do I go? Where do I go? Just tell me where to go! I swear I got stuck for like 4 minutes because I didn't know what to do in order to continue. A little piece of advice for anybody who wants to play this game. In order to continue, you have to kill every person, ship, and turtle, and dragon before you can continue. And then when you do, the game gives you no indication that you did it. You have to move to the top of the screen only after you've killed everything in the area, and then you can continue. Would it have killed them to put some text on the screen when you've cleared the area? Whatever. Let's move on to the Kraken fight. It's alright. It looks harder than it honestly is. I spent most of the fight dodging and weaving around its attacks, but then I figured out that you can just kinda spam your attack at it and then it will die. Well, that was fun. Better than I expected. Let's move on to the next game. That would be Heroes of the Lance.
5 minutes later.
Well, that was awful. I'm uploading the raw footage of it separately of me playing, so you can watch as I succumb to throwing myself off the ledge for the brief amusement of hearing their death sound effect. And I also really don't want to talk about this game. Next, Hillsfar. Or Hillsfair? I'm not entirely sure. Ride a character. What, like a horse? Whatever, let's just make a self-insert. Well, I'm a human, I'm male, I'll be a thief, I like thieves. And all thieves have to be chaotic neutral, and... jeez, what is this? Also, you can't hold right to be able to easily move through the text. You have to press right every single time you want to move the cursor, which gets really annoying if you're using a controller with a joystick. At least have multiple columns if you're gonna do this stuff. Whatever, I write down my name, let's go. You have 25 hit points. You are at your campsite. Do you wish to enter? Sure, I'll explore the camp. Maybe I'll find some thieves and enemies and animals and stuff to fight. What? I'm not gonna go through every detail of my playtime, but I'm just gonna say that it was probably good for the time, but I did not have fun with it Okay, here's gonna be one of the big ones. Pool of Radiance. Look how simple and intuitive this menu is. Not once throughout character creation did I get confused or upset. So, I made me and my homies, and started the game. Wow, it's an old school dungeon crawler. I didn't know that you could make those on the NES. With fairly nice looking sprites for the faces. Well, after a brief tour, I enter the slums and start looking for fights. And I find 3 kobolds, and I get my ass beat. Well, that game was pretty cool. Let's move on to the next one. Eye of the Beholder, another popular one. It's really good, but definitely was made for DOS. Controls need some getting used to. My self-insert died. I don't really have much to say. It's really good. Play it. Next up, Dungeon Hack on DOS. So for the plot, there's some oracle lady and she wants an orb, and then she forcefully teleports you to a dungeon. Oofta. Character creation seems good. Select your class, sex, race, alignment, and then roll your stats however many times you want. And then off to the dungeon. It plays well. You can use the arrow keys to move, or click the buttons to move. But my right arrow key is broken, so I'm pretty much just left with clicking the buttons on the screen. It's also a roguelike, so you could play forever if you want to. So a good few of these games were good, but I probably won't return to many of them. A few of the good ones are old school dungeon crawlers, which are good, but not really my genre, you know? I wonder if there are any D&D games for me. Holy sh**. This is awesome! Tight controls, iconic D&D spells, many of which look exactly as I imagined. Iconic D&D monsters, you can play different classes, and it's a beat-em-up that has blocking mechanics. That, like, never happens. And its sequel is even better. More classes, better graphics, and somehow even better gameplay. Please play these 2 games. They're so good. You can find them on the PSN store, or you can just emulate them if you want. That's what I did. And that's about all I have for today. There are quite a few more D&D games out there, but I think I got a decent variety of games here. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed it enough, maybe I might even make a sequel video where I talk about more D&D games. Check out my Instagram and Twitter if you would like to. Have a great day.